Welcome back to You Betcha Radio Podcast, the coldest podcast in all the Midwest. I'm Myles, You Betcha guy, here with Ryan, the T-shirt guy.
Hello.
We're live. We're back.
We are back.
We're back.
Fellas, how are you?
We're good.
Really good.
Doing well. You guys haven't been around lately.
Yeah, I mean, I was in Nashville for a week, and then yesterday, which would have been a Monday, I woke up at like 6 a.m. And at first, it seems like Myles woke up at 6 a.m. because Katy Perry and her friends are going to space.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But it turns out that wasn't the reason why.
I asked Jerrod, did Myles see Katy Perry go to space?
His body clock.
I almost did, but instead I woke up violently throwing up.
Dude, can you paint the picture for me here? Did you wake up and like shake Anna awake and say, I think I'm going to throw up?
No, I had to run to the bathroom.
That's sad.
Yeah, it was tough. It was kind of weird. Maybe I just subconsciously knew something was going to happen. So my kids' toys were all over the floor of our bedroom.
Ooh.
And the night before, I made a joke to Ann. I'm like, I got to slide these out of the way in case I have to go to the bathroom in the middle of the night. And I moved the stuff out of the way.
Why is that a joke?
She's like, you don't ever wake up to pee. Like, why is that even a funny joke? And I was like, I don't know, but it is.
The world working.
And then I woke up and had to run to the bathroom, and I didn't trip on anything.
Huh.
That's trippy.
Can you imagine if you would have stepped on like a car or something?
Just friggin' Lego.
Ate shit and threw up on the carpet.
Oh my God.
Yeah, hopefully just get it on the tile in the bathroom and just deal with it later.
Mm-hmm.
He's got a bloody nose and he's projectile vomiting.
Yeah. So I threw up a few times yesterday morning, out of commission the entire day.
Ugh.
I'm pretty sure I got bed sores laying in bed. I was just laying there for
Probably,
so long,
yeah.
12 hours after I woke up.
A lot of
it was just leave me alone.
Well, not much she can really give you at that point. It's not like you're
because I tried to drink
anything.
stuff and then I would just throw up again. So I was just basically like, all right, this is God gives his toughest battles to his strongest soldiers.
Yeah.
And that's what I had to endure yesterday. Now I did have so if you're wondering, today, this is a flu game performance. I shouldn't be here right now, but I am.
How does that make you feel, Ryan?
About what?
Just sitting right next to patient zero.
Yeah, I mean, I've been thinking about that. However,
I did Google it, and if you got 24 hours since you last threw up, you're pretty good. So I threw up about 30 hours ago.
Oh.
yeah, I think we're in the clear.
Yeah. So we're good there. I've been trying not to touch Ryan. Usually
Trying.
Usually before a podcast, we do like a hug it out.
Yeah,
Get
just
roughed up.
getting the right mindset.
Couple ass slaps.
Yeah, none of that today.
Okay.
But I was thinking last night as I was laying in bed, unable to move. I don't think people understand the true greatness that was the Jordan flu game.
I agree.
I was thinking in bed that night, I'm like, what if I had to go play an NBA game right now
In Utah.
and drop 38 points?
What if the summer series started today?
Right. Like, what if I had to go play Ryan right now, one-on-one? Like, could I even do it?
Well, they say when you're sick, you get more concentrated on playing because you're
not
sick.
worried about all the other stuff.
Yeah.
But it's not, it was more so about the fact that I couldn't stand very good. So the fact he had to run up and down a court, played 44 minutes. Because I did. I was sitting there, I was like, okay, that seems impossible.
Mm-hmm.
And so I Googled what actually happened. And now he didn't have the flu. He had food poisoning.
Yeah, Chinese.
But I also,
pizza.
Pizza. Sorry, yeah.
There's a conspiracy theory that the opposing team sent that pizza to him.
Yep.
And I will have to say that I did have food poisoning a few years ago when I was on vacation. You guys I probably made a big deal out of it.
Look at the.
I mean,
Probably talked about it on the podcast.
Down for the count.
Down for the count. But I was down for 3 days.
Yeah.
So I think food poisoning is worse than just the 24-hour flu, anyways. But if I would have had to play, I couldn't play an NBA game in that state.
No.
And I just have to tip my hat to Mr. Jordan on being able to do that. It's quite amazing that he did that.
You guys,
Yeah, that's why he's the best.
listeners will definitely send this to him. He's going to see this. So
Yeah,
That's
it's.
tight.
I'm not even saying this to get on, get his attention. That's just.
but if you do want to come on the pod, Mr. Jordan, you can.
Oh, we got
Whoa.
chairs for him.
True.
Yeah, that
Where would
one
he
is
sit?
not.
Oh,
very
yeah.
Where is he
comfy.
gonna sit?
Um,
So yeah, rough couple days. My kid definitely knew something. He just kept looking at me. Like Ann would bring him to the room, and he'd be like, looking at me like, "What's wrong with you? What's going on?
yeah, how you feeling?
Why are you
Dad?
doing that?"
You're-
Usually they're tossing me around.
You're supposed to be making faces, old man.
Yeah.
So yeah, we had Pedialyte for the first time in a very long time.
Oh.
Solid,
Pretty good, actually.
really
Yeah.
solid.
It definitely just tastes though like they melted down a Jolly Rancher and kept it in liquid form.
Yeah,
It's the best way I could describe Pedialyte. But so yeah. It's amazing how when your health comes into question, how little you care about. Do you know what I mean?
anything.
Like your surroundings.
When I
you're saying?
texted you guys that I wasn't gonna make it in, I was like, you guys, if I never come back to work because I'm so sick, like I don't even care what happens to the company. Burn the building down. I don't fucking
I
care.
have a tummy ache.
Yeah.
unscheduled.
It was completely unscheduled. I was just like, well, if they put out a video that sucks, who fucking cares?
Nothing matters.
I don't care. Nothing matters right now.
Did it ever run across your mind like, why me? Do you ever think about that when you're really sick? Like, why is this happening to me right now?
So I've done a lot of self-reflection and realized that the world is random, and I just drew the short straw this time.
Sure, yeah.
You-
Not so much why me, but for me. This is
bent
happening
over
for me.
Bent over the toilet bowl just on your 5th puke of the day, praying, be like, I swear I will stop cutting people off in traffic. If you just let me stop throwing up.
You do reach a point that you are like, why me? This time did it. When I had food poisoning on vacation that one time, that was a why me situation.
yeah.
I was like, because it was like day 3 of just being down for the count and just being like, why is this happening to me? I'm on vacation. I just have to be in this hotel room.
Yeah.
Well, like Ann, just like I think Ann went because I think I told this because Ann went and got like her ear pierced.
Yeah, she went shopping or
course.
something. Yeah.
She just did a whole bunch of shit while I was just in the hotel room.
That could have been you getting your
That could have been
Yeah.
you.
Yeah. So maybe that's why you were sick, because you were actually set to go get your ear pierced.
Free piercings if you
World
get an
did.
earring.
Yeah.
It's true. So, yeah, I it's amazing that I'm here today, even 30 hours removed from throwing up. But
How do you feel right now? You still pretty lethargic?
yeah, I feel like I'm in a dream state of some sort.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like I'm kind of just floating around.
You look great, by the way.
Thank you. Yeah, I did lose a bunch of weight last day or so. It was actually kind of nice post Nashville to get the flu. Then you just lose all the Nashville weight that I gained.
Yeah.
Get the toxins
Because
out.
we ate like pieces of shit last week.
That's okay. That's okay.
But it's okay. Yeah, I got the toxins out. Yeah, it's kind of like I just get to restart my gut health now. You know, people have been talking a lot about gut health these days. It's nice to just clear it out, start from scratch.
Way easier for you to do a cleanse of some sort, right?
I did
now.
a cleanse. Yeah.
Yeah.
A Pedialyte cleanse the last however so many hours.
30 some.
yeah, I mean, you can get on like, I mean, everyone talks about like athletic greens and shit. You take that for 30 days, you reset your gut health, whatever. You just get a 24-hour bug.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Good
and
to
just,
go.
Yeah, just throw everything
Don't
out.
wash your hands.
Yeah. Why you need Ozempic? You just get 24-hour bug. I did hear though there was a 24-hour bug going around.
You did. That was the first thing you said. I
Well,
thought you were doing a bit.
Anne thinks I got it from my parents. My parents and my brother and sister-in-law, they all had the 24-hour bug.
Okay.
So and I was with them this weekend.
So Anne's next.
Yeah.
That is a
We'll
big part of getting sick, though. You theorize like who got you sick.
see. Yeah, it's like,
Yeah.
which one of you fucking people did it?
No, I got it from you.
Yeah, there's kind of a little resentment in that too. It's
Yeah.
like
What's your deal?
why?
You know, it's not for where I picked it up randomly, maybe at the airport or something, considering that I'd bite my nails, you know. It
Yeah.
was because someone
Yeah.
gave it to me.
Mhm.
It's a hit.
So yeah, I'm here, guys. we're back. Feeling good.
Ish.
Feeling goodish.
How was Smashville?
It was good. It was good. I feel like we did it right this time. You know, we went out. We didn't burn the whole place down.
Mm-hmm.
We just had some drinks, had some good times, had a lot of laughs.
Did you?
We had
No hiccups at all, really.
Yeah, the only hiccup we had was our first flight out of Fargo got delayed. So we're going to miss our connecting. So we just had to reroute it.
Only hiccup.
We got in probably, 3 hours later than we normally would, but
Yeah.
smooth sailing.
Well, I did hear one hiccup. One of the guys tried to get in first day. Bar was locked. No one told him where to go. So then Tyler, back 1,000-some miles away, had to figure out how to get him in the bar.
Oh, yeah.
Who's your guest day one again?
Regardless.
Who's the guest on Tuesday?
Oh, Dusty Slay.
Yeah, Dusty Slade called me. And he's like, hey, this place is locked. Where do I go in? I called the other guys. They didn't answer. So then I had to talk to Dusty Slay.
Yeah, you just had to walk around the corner.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I'm actually kind of jealous. I don't know. It's kind of selfish of you to bring up the laughs that you guys had, because when you guys are gone, there really are no laughs around here.
Well, whose fault is that?
I don't know. I'm too busy working. So it's like I can't provide the laughs.
You could have
and
called me. I would have given you a laugh.
If you'd have called me
I
up,
should have called into the show is what I should have done.
you should
I
have.
should have fucking called into the show. Got some good laughs. I'd have got a laugh out of both you and Charlie, I'm sure.
Yeah. It was a good week of podcasting, though. I feel like the Bellied Up pod this last run was good.
Mm-hmm. Really
It was
good.
funny.
Very hyped for it.
So yeah. Well, there was one flight though that we got redirected to a different flight, and all that was left on one of those flights was only middle seats.
Oh, no.
So me, Jerrod, and Jake all had to just ride bitch in the plane.
I got lucky, though. Nobody was sitting by me
Jerrod got lucky twice.
2 times in a row.
No one's sitting by Jerrod. He chooses to stay in the middle.
That would be a diabolical move.
Did you see that and did it cross your mind to be like, hey, Jerrod, like,
No, I didn't see till the very end of the flight.
Gotcha.
So yeah.
I
Good
made
on
sure
you
not
to
to
not
taunt.
say a word.
I did not taunt at all.
yeah. Yeah, you threw your backpack on the seat.
Yeah.
Next, you'd be like, yeah, a guy went to the bathroom. I think he's going to be back soon.
You
But
just save all your shit talking for landing.
Yeah. I'm not going to say a word.
No, you earned it, Jerrod.
Appreciate it.
You earned it. All right, guys, we're back doing prize picks. And right now, if you sign up on prize picks with code YBR, you get $50 instantly. When you play your first $5 lineup, you don't need to win the lineup to receive the $50 bonus. It's just guaranteed. And boys, does it feel good to be back.
It does.
I
It
was
does.
throwing lineups all weekend on the Masters.
Left and right.
Left and right. I was throwing lineups on the lefty golfers and the righty golfers.
Yes.
yeah.
And the
It was
switch,
quite
the
literally
switch
left and-
golfers.
Yes. And don't ask me how I did, but I had a great time doing it.
Me
Good.
too.
You know, on the Masters app, I clicked all my favorite golfers. You know, you can do that and put them all on one scoreboard. I had all the people I had lineups
Tyler
with
wouldn't know.
on there.
He's never had the Masters
I
app.
never used it, but I learned about it today. Sounds like next year I'll be on it.
You will be. You
Yep.
will be. And it's a great compliment to the Prize Picks app. And that's what I was doing all weekend. But this week, we got a little NBA action going on.
Mhm.
So, Jerrod, who do you got first?
I got Duncan Robinson, more than 12.5 points, rebounds, and assists.
Okay, he should be able to get that. I mean, he just needs like 6 points,
6 points, 6 rebounds,
4
1 assist.
rebounds, 3 assists, and he's got it. Like, it's not that hard, Duncan.
Cake.
So that should be easy. Tyler,
I have Sabonis, more than
great name.
Yeah. Is he get your Sabonis bucks? 40 and more than 40 and a half points, rebounds, and assists.
More than how many?
40 and a half.
Oh, I accidentally put 19 and a half
Just for
For
points.
points.
for points.
Mm.
Oh, I'll get that.
Yeah, his is
Yeah.
going to hit and ours isn't. So
Yeah.
That was a complete accident by me, but hey,
flu game.
Game theory.
I have Keegan Murray less than 11.5 points.
okay. Just don't shoot.
Just don't shoot.
Just pass.
Bench him.
Just be a pass guy.
Jackie
Yeah.
Moon.
Just be
Keegan Murray, just be a pass guy this game.
be a fucking team guy.
be looking for alley oops
Mhm.
and all that.
Yeah.
I have Kobe White more than 2.5 turnovers.
Okay.
Red Devil.
It was a Red Devil. That's what attracted it to me in the first place. And I just think about how easy it is to turn the ball over,
Especially in the NBA.
especially in the NBA. A lot of slap happiness going on. They don't take care of the ball like they used to.
No,
Yeah.
not like the Jordan
And
era.
so,
And
I
Mr.
mean,
White has the ball a lot, so
yeah. So I think 2.5, more than 2.5 turnovers is a shoe in. No problem. And so that's our lineup, guys. So let's see. Yeah, you had him at 40 and more than 40.5.
Points, assists, and rebounds.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
got it.
not
I thought it was
points.
just points. I was like, jeez,
That's a record.
Louise.
It'd be more than red.
yeah.
So, guys, if you want to play along with us, you gotta get the Prize Picks app. Use code YBR. If you post your first $5 lineup, you get $50 instantly, just like that.
Also, if you guys are planning on your own and you hit, send us your bet.
Yeah.
We would love to see it.
Yeah.
Let's make this a community thing. You
Yeah.
know,
Mhm.
we're not out here alone.
Yeah, if you're on a heater, send us your slips before
Yeah.
they go active.
Ahead of time.
Send slips.
Yeah.
Slip picks.
Send
Yeah,
us a
send
slip picks.
Send slip picks. All I want to do is look at slip picks
Yeah.
All day long.
all day, all night. Slip picks. All right, guys, have fun. We got some infomercials today.
Yeah. We can
Hell
start
yeah.
with those. Let me pull it up here.
Where do you
So,
find these, by the way?
on
TV.
YouTube.
On YouTube, you just type, ridiculous
Jared
information.
stays up really late every night just watching infomercials, hoping that
Yeah.
he finds a good one.
He records it on the Tubi or whatever.
Yeah, that's the only reason I have cable is just for this.
Yeah.
He's got TiVo.
TiVo, yeah.
So
There
he
you
has
go.
to download it from TiVo.
So I'll show you guys 3 infomercials and you decide if you'll buy it or not buy it.
Okay.
Okay.
Here's the first one.
Buy or no.
You want a closer look, but the naked eye can only see so much. Squinting doesn't help, and binoculars are
binoculars?
big, bulky,
Oh,
and
never mind.
expensive. Introducing Zoomies, the compact, hands-free, high-power binoculars you wear like sunglasses. Zoomies gives you instant 300% magnification that brings everything up close. Look closer. Zoomies binoculars utilize vision technology similar to binoculars, adapted to fit our micro lenses that adjust easily with a turn of the focus dial and magnify up to 300%. With Zoomies, you'll enjoy Mother Nature up close. You'll be so close to the action, you'll feel the excitement. Holding heavy binoculars is tiring on your arms and heavy on your neck. But Zoomies binoculars are so light, you'll forget you even have them on. You'll love them for hobbies, arts and crafts, sewing and stitch work. And they turn any TV into a big screen TV. Order now and get this handy neck lanyard and travel storage bag absolutely free. But wait, order now and we'll double the offer and send a second complete set free. Just pay separate processing and handling. That's 2 complete sets of Zoomies binoculars for just $10. See what you've been missing and zoom in on the action with Zoomies.
So they're just magnified glasses.
Big time.
Correct,
Yeah.
right? One, I do think it is dumb that it is kind of, binoculars are kind of dumb.
No, if these things actually would magnify a shit ton, I would take them hunting and just like put them on my head.
They're just
it-
like glasses.
Yeah. It's like,
Or if you could get like like the baseball lenses that like flip up when you don't want the sunglasses on.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Something like that where you can flip them up and down so you got regular sight and then you
I think it'd be super convenient, especially if I'm hunting, to not have to have both arms up and turning my whole ass body to glass for deer.
Yeah.
If I could just slowly turn my head, that'd be sweet.
Jared, I don't know if you know, you're not much of a hunter, but
Not much of a marksman.
glassing for deer is just looking for
sorry.
deer, just so
Yeah.
you know.
Oh,
I know
okay.
No,
glass-
but
yeah,
it's called
glass-
glassing because you use binoculars and they're
No,
there's
I know,
glass.
but I just wanted to clear that up because that might have just gone right over
It
your
was,
head.
yeah.
Yeah,
Like
you're-
you're blowing glass.
big glass
Yeah.
guy. Big glass guy. I get it. But
Yeah.
yeah.
That's actually what photographers call lenses as well. As they call it glass.
It's more my
Or
wheelhouse.
I thought they call it 1s and 2s.
No. Yeah, Jake on the Patreon.
Oh my
Disaster.
god.
Poor guy.
I mean, the patrons they let us know that Jake was a disaster.
They sure did.
It's just
He wasn't that bad.
He wasn't that bad, but it's just the classic. If you just say something confidently, you'll just sound like you know what you're talking about. And that's kind of Jake in a nutshell.
There was
at times.
one patron commented, it summed it up perfectly. It's like, it's honestly impressive how confidently wrong he is.
I know.
I gotta go back and listen to that one.
Oh, wow.
Also pretty suspect that the zoomies, the example that they did of using these zoomies to zoom in and view things is just a high school girls soccer game.
It just zoomed in on a young girl playing sports.
Yeah.
Pretty weird.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, you're field side at a fucking high school side. Like, why do you have to zoom in?
You don't need 300% magnification to see 12 feet.
I will have to say though that having binoculars around your neck after about 20 minutes is pretty fucking annoying.
Yeah.
And now I know they
agree.
got the chest mount ones, but
those are kind of a pain in the ass to put on.
so that is the pain point that I do agree with, that having binoculars around your necks kind of sucks.
I think I would actually buy these.
I think I'd try them out.
I would too.
Yeah.
I would too. And being out in the wilderness is you ain't gonna care how you look. If you're wearing those at a high school soccer game, yeah, you're gonna
That's
get made
psycho.
fun of.
You're
That's
gonna get
psychotic.
arrested.
That too.
If I went to a high school girls soccer game right now with those on, I'd probably get arrested.
And a trench coat.
Standing outside the
Yeah.
fence.
Don't want to pay for a ticket.
Are you a dad who left their family, but now your kid is the star on the football team?
And you only
need-
get your kid on the weekends.
You don't want to necessarily go into the stands and have
Because
to,
you're not allowed 300 yards from a school.
well, stand on the edge of the field and use
It's
zoomies.
got 300-yard magnification.
No, I'd like to try those out.
I think I would too.
All right, here's the second
I
one.
mean, they're just glass. They're just really magnified glasses. So it'd be like if Tyler's glasses were just 300x instead of what they currently are.
I don't think they magnify. They just clarify. They might magnify. I don't know.
That's true.
I don't fucking
Good point,
know
Tyler.
how it works. I don't know how glasses work. I'm not Ben Franklin.
Here's the second one.
Next time you're feeling down, feeling that no one really gets you, or you're just wanting to hear some encouraging words, well, there's a solution.
You can have what you want. You can do it. The finish line is closer than you think.
The Cheers to You CD is 8 tracks filled with encouragement and cheering applause. It's even been featured on The Ellen DeGeneres Show.
We're on your side. We're here for you. We believe in you.
We guarantee you'll be feeling better about yourself and your life, or we'll give you your money back. Call 1-877-545-6715 now to order the Cheers to You CD, and you'll also receive 3 puzzle-shaped affirmative tokens. One says, I am courageous. Another, I am unstoppable. And the third, without me, the puzzle is incomplete. Together, all these items normally sell for $35, but right now you can get them for only $24.95. Call now, and don't forget,
Hooray for you!
Dude, I'm pretty sure a puzzle piece is like the logo for autism awareness.
Oh, yeah, it is. Yeah.
It is.
It sounded like
we know that Ryan's buying this.
No, God.
You
no.
have a playlist of stuff that's
You
better
literally
than this, but
did that.
similar.
You literally have a playlist that is that.
Yeah, back in 2014. You guys, people changed in 10 years. It sounded like a Joel Osteen sermon or something from back in like 2015.
I like how though that just says that there's
Yeah.
cheering and applause.
Yeah.
Imagine just sitting there listening to cheering and applause and being like, yes, they love me.
We believe in you.
The one thing that would sell me though is that it was featured on Ellen.
Mhm.
That's
It's a big selling point.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
Ellen, everyone knows that Ellen's a great gal.
Yeah.
Good gal, Ellen.
Yeah, that guy had to feel phenomenal.
Did you see him? He looks pumped.
Yeah. You know what I should do is I should purchase that and then during the summer series just have my AirPods in and just be playing that on loop throughout the summer series.
There you go.
First 2 games.
We should actually play that like on a JBL speaker or something.
Turn this off.
Yeah. I'm definitely out on this product.
I wouldn't spend my own money on it either.
That's how YouTube is. This is probably pre-YouTube.
I mean, if it was on Spotify, I'd sauce it a listen just to see what the hoopla is about.
For funsies.
I don't think you would. or would you?
Well, now that I know it exists, I wouldn't search it out without,
What's it called? You are great or something?
Cheers to
Cheers to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, unbelievable.
encouragement, cheering, applause, and featured on Ellen DeGeneres show. Now, I would like a follow-up of the feature on the Ellen DeGeneres
Okay,
show.
I'll try to find it.
Now
Very
watch,
hard.
it's like featured on the Ellen DeGeneres show. It's Ellen's like shitting on how
Yeah.
like this.
I would like to know who the voice is because again, it sounds like Joel Osteen.
Mhm.
It's kind of like Rogan on Fear Factor before he became podcast. It's like this is Osteen before he became,
Yeah. He's a voice actor.
yeah.
I didn't know you're such an Osteen head.
No, I just remember the whole controversy with Osteen, and then Righteous Gemstones kind of reminded me of that.
Oh yeah,
So
that makes sense.
This is definitely a product that the Righteous Gemstones would put out.
For sure.
Sell it.
For sure.
Just them doing encouragement on a DVD
Yeah.
or whatever.
Make stupid money. Yeah.
Like the prayer pods.
Yeah.
Have you guys seen it?
I've heard you guys talk about it 1,000 times.
People are just jerking off. And
All right, Ryan, you're gonna
you
like
put
this.
lotion in them. Well, I didn't want people to have dry hands while they're trying to pray.
Ryan, you're gonna love this one.
okay,
I think
bar
you're gonna buy
set.
it. You're gonna buy this one immediately.
It's the problem in the marriage bed that no one likes to talk about. Maybe that's why they call it silent but deadly. Well, now there's a real solution to a very real problem. Introducing the Better Marriage Blanket. On the outside, the Better Marriage Blanket looks and feels just like a soft, warm comforter. But on the inside, it contains a layer of activated carbon fabric, the same type of fabric used by the military to protect against chemical weapons. Flatulence molecules easily pass through the cotton shell and are harmlessly absorbed into the layer of carbon fabric. Even when used on top of bed sheets, offending molecules are absorbed before anyone knows they're there. So whether you or your spouse suffers from a health issue or just the occasional disagreeable meal, you owe it to your marriage to try the Better Marriage Blanket. It makes a great wedding gift or anniversary gift too. To order, call 1-800-981-1134. Just 3 easy payments of $39.95. Online at buybettermarriageblanket.com. Order now.
I don't know if you guys noticed, but what a psychotic move for them to switch sides on the bed. Right away, they were on husband is on the right side, and then
Yeah, I mean, that's never happens. Once you're
No.
locked into a
Mhm.
side of the bed, you're locked into
For
a
sure.
side of the bed.
I think if I were to buy this, I would cut it into squares and line my boxers with it.
Oh, that's good.
All I know is Anne would buy this in a heartbeat. She would be like, I'll try anything. I'll
Fuck.
try
You get the
anything.
midnight
For
toots
you?
or what?
For you or for herself?
for our marriage.
Gotcha.
He said it's a marriage saver.
Hey,
Yeah.
well, 3 easy payments of $39.95 and then it's
Yeah.
yours.
I mean, really, you putting a price on your marriage?
Yeah,
That's true.
It's $120
So basically, they're saying you launch farts into the covers and then it just traps them in there.
forever.
It Dutch ovens itself, I guess.
It's like, you know how on like your toaster, there's like a little like crumb catcher at the bottom that you
Yeah.
like pull out. It's like you have to like pull out the fart catcher inside of the thing about once a month,
Yeah.
and you have to like air it out, and it just smells worse than anything you can imagine.
Well, I do also like that they likened farts in the bed to chemical weapons used in warfare.
Yeah, it's like it's napalm or whatever.
Yeah, Agent Orange in the bed.
Tyler, you gotta fucking
I mean,
You gotta
the
line-
way my wife acts, she acts like when I fart in bed, it's like she's in a gas chamber in Auschwitz.
Yeah.
That's the way she acts.
Yeah. Tyler, you gotta line your bunker with these blankets.
Yeah, no chemical weapons getting in.
No. You don't even need to dig a hole.
Yeah.
Better doomsday blanket.
Does carbon absorb shit?
Radiation.
Radiation, thank you.
Probably.
The way they're talking, yeah.
Probably. I'd try it out.
Also, there was a period of time in infomercials and just marketing in general that people would just slap that this is stuff that the military uses.
Oh yeah.
And people are like, well, then it's high quality. For sure. It's great. The military uses or it stems from a development from the military.
Well,
Yeah.
the only thing they use the military to advertise now, I feel like, is flashlights. I'm always seeing ads for military grade flashlights.
I got one. They're awesome.
Is it sweet?
Yeah, Temu.
It better be.
I bought the big one too. I meant to buy the little one. Big one came.
How many
Which is fine.
lumens?
I don't know. I don't know lumens, but I would assume like 40,000.
Shit ton.
Like, I don't know if
Whatever
you guys
military
remember
uses.
when memory foam came out. It like basically said that like NASA uses memory foam,
Yeah.
and people were hooked.
Well,
Yeah.
the commercial, I still remember the ladies jumping on one corner of the bed and there's a glass of wine in the other.
Mhm.
Yep,
And it
like,
doesn't
yep.
spill.
And they're like,
Yep.
NASA did this. And they're like, fuck yeah, they did.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Space
It's gotta
mattress.
be good. And they probably sold millions of those things.
Oh, yeah.
Mhm. It's good foam, if I remember correctly.
I would like to buy this just to see what if it actually works.
I feel like you'd have to have separate ones.
I
Like
was
separate
thinking that it was
blankets.
going to be like a blanket that was kind of like a sleeping bag style.
Two separate.
Mm-hmm. That would actually be way smarter.
Yeah, it would still seep out the top, like where your head's at. You'd
Not
have
if
to you'd have to give it some time.
Carbon
but-
would get it for it before he got out.
What they should invent is just like a air sucker. So like now you can, there's this thing with like where you can control the temperature of your bed.
hmm
My cousin has one.
Oh yeah,
So basically it's like this little like fan that goes up onto your bed and like underneath your sheets and it'll like blow cool air if you're someone who gets too hot while they're sleeping.
Yep.
Why don't they just have one that sucks air out? And then like have it go out a window. And so you're just sucking your farts out from underneath the blanket out the window.
Why don't they just make a pair of boxers? It's like a CPAP machine, except in reverse. Just sucking air straight out of your pants.
So you want to CPAP your butthole.
Yeah. Except you're reverse CPAPing it. Instead of getting oxygen in, oxygen out.
Yeah.
Kind of feels good.
I don't know if what's coming out of my ass is oxygen or not, but
It's the same thing,
you guys
except more personalized.
You guys ever seen like on wakeboarding boats, they have those tubes of like warm air that you can
Yeah.
put on the
Oh, yeah.
towels. They should have something like that where it's like it kind of just it filters out of the wall so that when you have to fart, you just like flip a switch and then put it up to your butthole,
Mhm.
and then it just sucks it straight outside, kind of
Not a bad idea.
like a dryer vent on the
Yeah.
outside of your
it's like a
house.
fart tube city.
Yes, pretty much.
There
Yep.
we go.
Yep.
And you have it going directly into your siblings' room.
Be a great
That would be
prank.
mean.
Great prank.
It's way more efficient than cupping farts and throwing them at them.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Streamlined.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be nice. You rip ass and just flip a switch.
Well, we talked
It's
about
equivalent to when you're driving the car and you
Yeah.
fart and you open the windows. It's equivalent to that.
Yeah.
yeah, we talked about like the AC seats, but having something that would like suck farts out.
Yes.
We did do that, didn't we?
It'd be funny though. They have the little suction underneath the covers, and like you flip it on, and like the covers just like suction you to the bed,
Like,
shrink wrap
like
you to
shrink
the
wrap.
bed, like just
Stuck
like.
in there.
And they do that so like you like if you do have to go to the bath, like have to go take a piss, you can't like flip the covers open for like 5 minutes until it all dissolves out. Because when if you shit yourself and then you flip the covers to go take a piss, then it all just fills the air. That's the issue right there.
Don't want to shit the bed.
I conveniently have to go piss and I just shit my pants 30 seconds ago. You know, it hasn't even made its way to the top of the covers yet, but now it's gonna fill the entire room.
It's gonna stick.
And like my wife's, she's pregnant right now, so some smells like just don't sit well. And she would throw up. She'd be Myles. She'd be
30 hours
Myles
ago.
30 hours ago.
6 a.m.
Yeah, on accident though. I
Also, I like how you're like some smells. You know,
What do you mean?
like like lasagna right now. We're talking about raunchy, silent but deadly farts.
But
It's
Ryan's-
not just
Ryan's
some smells. You know what I mean?
Ryan's
It's
fart.
not like you're acting like, oh, like I burped and like whatever. We're talking like something died inside you farts.
But Ryan's smell good, especially in the shower.
That's true.
That's true.
It's you guys who keep bringing the shower thing
I didn't
up.
bring it up.
No, I know. That's why I said you
Yeah,
guys.
well, I'm just reminding people.
I think you're the one who likes to shit yourself in the shower and then
Shit yourself.
I think you big blew it. I think you fucking put it in a jar and then sniff it on the way.
That
to work.
is a wild thing to just claim.
Well, you're the one who brought it up.
Jerrod.
So
It's a thing that you did.
you weren't even Tyler. You didn't even work at this company when this
But
conversation.
I've
was
heard
happening.
about it 100
It
times.
doesn't matter. You heard it secondhand. You ever play the game telephone now?
I did hear. I heard it secondhand, and then I had it corroborated by another party. Ann and Myles both said it separately.
Parties.
Would you fucking keep that between us? You can't just be telling other people.
Cat's out of the bag.
I mean, what do you want me to do? You want me to go back and just scrub the internet of you talking about loving the smell of your farts in the shower?
This is the context is not. We'll.
I mean,
revisit
now
that.
we're just gonna. It's gonna be the what is it? The Barbara Streisand effect.
Streisand effect.
I mean, the second you tell everyone to just get rid of it, it's gonna make it go more.
Mm-hmm.
So,
maybe that's the plan.
It's a weird plan.
Yeah.
so I'm maybe buying 2 out of 3 of those.
It's pretty
With
good.
the binocular glasses and the
Cheers to
fart
you.
blanket.
The shit sheets.
You can really tell when Ryan thinks the topic is funny. It's usually around farts.
So Ryan, you're definitely buying this. The Better Marriage blanket.
I would try it out.
That's
I'm actually
crazy.
surprised they don't have a money back guarantee, or maybe they do. Maybe I missed it.
I don't think it
I do a
did.
30-day money back guarantee. In those 30 days, I'd be eating chili. I eat it fresh off the stove, and then I eat it for leftovers 2 days after that.
Really
That'll
test
put
out.
it towards to the test.
It's a crazy name for that blanket too.
What shit sheets?
That's better than the Better Marriage blanket.
What is
I
the
don't
name
know.
of them again?
Better Marriage blanket.
Oh yeah.
I kind of like Better. It's very memorable though. Better
True.
Marriage blanket.
I think it's also great to assume that the reason most marriage issues come from farting in bed.
Yeah, that's not where I thought the commercial was going when it started. A couple in bed. It's like, is your marriage on the rocks? I'm like, this is an ED
I mean,
commercial,
it's-
isn't it?
I mean, it's basically farting in bed is an ED
It's
commercial.
true. You're-
Mhm.
Introducing KY Jelly, Fire and Ice. It's like the first KY commercial ever made.
Yeah. I'll dig that one up later. Do some research.
You tired of using spit?
You tired of Hakuing?
Are tariffs too high on Jergens lotion? Is Jergens lotion the new eggs?
What was the commercial made?
How did they know?
History always repeats itself, though. You know, I think back in the '80s, egg prices were high too.
What else is going on?
I was single dad all weekend. Yeah, single dad from Friday until tonight. So Becca she went on a trip, went to Idaho, and the weirdest thing, she does this all the time, and Jerrod and I were talking about this too. When our wives leave, they think we can't cook. She before she left, she's like, just so you know, I got a bunch of frozen pizzas and some sandwich meat. It's like,
Well, she's not wrong when it comes to frozen
Yeah.
pizza.
I mean,
True.
I mean, she should have known that you can't cook a frozen pizza either.
but it's like she thinks that I don't know how to cook anything.
Mhm.
It's like, I cook 2 nights a week.
What are you complaining about, though?
I
That's
just-
nice.
It's just like I'm not a kid. Like I can do it. Thank you.
What's your go-to usually? Because you're not a griller, so it's not
No,
like
Dad-
burgers or
The dad
macaroni and cheese.
meal is macaroni and cheese and venison
Which
hot dogs.
One
That
can
sounds great.
Yeah,
one
sounds
can arguably say that that's not cooking.
Yeah, it's not, but I know how to cook.
Okay,
It's
well,
like-
what can you cook then?
And what do
Yeah,
you
what's the
need me to
go-to?
cook?
Enchiladas.
It's large.
I can make pastas. I can make
Okay.
pancakes, eggs.
We understand macaroni and cheese is pasta.
It's
but-
pasta. Yeah,
True. I was thinking
pasta doesn't count. Like kids in their dorm room can make.
yeah, I'm thinking like
Like a ramen
my
noodle.
kids really like
And
Alfredo.
And pancakes, you just you just pour water into the pancake
Right.
mix.
I'm not saying it's advanced, but it's like I can do more than pizzas and sandwiches.
Yeah, you can get your kids' tummies full.
I can make sure the family is fed.
Yeah.
It's like, is that the only thing guys know how to cook? Because Jerrod's saying that happens with him too.
Mm-hmm. Like I cook probably more than my wife, and then she does the same thing when she leaves. She'll buy like pizzas and the whole 9 yards. But I'm arguably a better cook than she is.
Anne's never ever bought me food when she leaves.
No, I think my wife just she maybe, even though I don't really struggle when she's gone in terms of cooking wise, I think she just likes to maybe think that I struggle, and she wants to see that.
She wants you to be desperate.
Yeah, a little bit, because she does most of the cooking, and so I think she just wants me to struggle a little bit in that sense.
Well, why do you think she buys all that stuff so you don't have to cook?
Well, I really think it comes down to she doesn't want me to be stressed about cooking when it's just me and the kids, which I get. It's a nice gesture. Like I'm not mad at her for it. I just thought it was funny.
The quickest way to your heart is the tummy. So I think that's what it is.
So did you have a bunch of pizza then?
We had pizza the first day for lunch. She got like fucking 7 of them.
Well, she knew that about 50% of them would get burnt to a crisp.
You can't burn them on the pizzazz.
It's just like, okay. So if we're having pizza, we probably need 2 full pizzas. So I should probably buy 6 because he's probably going to burn the first 4.
Didn't burn any. But we made 2 pizzas the first day, and then we just ate those for leftovers another day, and we were at grandparents' houses. So I cooked like 1 meal. Like we were all over this weekend. So
what did you cook?
The pizzas. We were only home for the pizza meal. Otherwise, we were at grandparents' houses.
There you go.
We had an Easter deal on Sunday and whatnot, but we were just never home.
So what can you cook? Like, can you, you know what I mean?
So like my go-to, like
pasta doesn't count, pizzas don't count, sandwiches don't count.
My go-to, if I'm trying to impress somebody sort of meal, like I made this for my wife when we first started dating, is like a big stuffed shell dish that has like a gravy and it has stuffing and chicken breast and like you chop up celery in there. Why
didn't you cook that for her again? Is that the last time you cooked that for her?
I've cooked it multiple times. I usually cook it on our anniversary because it's a little cheese dick. Like, look at me. Remember when we had this when we first started dating?
You say cheese sticks or cheese dicks?
Cheese dick. It's a cheese dick.
Oh, cheese dick move.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Come on, right?
There is Parmesan cheese on top of the shells before you bake it, though.
Ooh.
The move is to like pre-make some like tater tot hot dishes, throw them in the freezer,
Wow.
and so you
I
pretty
can
much
make
just
tater tot hot dish.
layer it all up and then freeze it.
When we had our kid, my mother-in-law made us breakfast burritos and then put them in the freezer.
That's such a
move.
baller
That's
move.
the move.
That's a move right there.
Heating up a breakfast burrito at any time of the day is just the best.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more.
You know, I like a breakfast burrito, but ever since she did that, I eat a lot more breakfast burritos.
Mm-hmm. Like a homemade breakfast burrito is top tier. I'd rather have a breakfast burrito made at home than a regular burrito.
I think I'd agree.
A breakfast burrito made at home versus a
regular burrito made at home.
Like a beef and bean burrito.
Like if I went out to a Mexican restaurant, I would want a regular burrito over a breakfast burrito. But like homemade, I want breakfast more than regular.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not making burritos at home.
You should try it.
I'll just order it.
It's funny.
But you can't like order a good breakfast burrito, so you make that at home.
Gotcha.
I don't know. If I'm making Mexican at home, I'm just having tacos. You know?
Yeah, I'm having chips and salsa. Yeah. My wife is gone it would have been last night or 2 nights ago. So
Idaho?
No. She was at an art show. So I just chips, cheese, taco meat.
What is an art show?
Cheese.
That you go to look at art.
Yeah, you just like people display their art and you can like go buy it and shit.
She went somewhere for that?
Yeah, like downtown Fargo.
Oh, I thought she like went on a trip.
No, she just went on a drive.
Okay,
the
got
art
it.
show.
I thought
Yeah.
she went somewhere.
No. Like
I
travel.
was like,
to
I didn't
the-
know she was such an art
Officiate.
connoisseur.
They're
yeah.
fancy. They have
Yeah.
the proper stemware for all wines.
Yeah, that's true.
Did she
Um,
buy anything?
No.
Yeah.
Just went to look around.
Just a purist. Just
Just
go
a,
look at it.
Must have
just
been a bad
to
show.
support. Yeah.
I've been to one art show in my life. I went to a pottery show at the art museum in Fargo. It's kind of cool.
I went to the art museum in
Don't bring
Chicago.
up pottery right now.
Oh yeah.
Oh, sorry.
This is
That could have been me.
Yeah, it could have been.
But speaking of recipes, Tyler, or not recipes, but just cooking in general. This was probably a couple weeks ago. I realized this. I had to write it in my phone because it was how absurd it was. Recipe websites are a fucking disaster.
Oh my god, dude, you're spot on.
It's like it's almost like you're entering like an EDM festival when you hit that webpage and because there's blinking ads all over the place. The fucking webpage is reloading and just goes blank for like 5 seconds every 10 seconds. And you have to scroll a mile. And I understand some of them have like go to ingredients list or whatever at the top, but you scroll for a mile and a half before you can even.
Well, it's a classic. I'm here for the recipe. I don't need a whole life story.
Dude, the life story
Like, I don't care if
thing
your
is-
aunt Janet fucking really enjoyed this at Christmas
Yeah.
in 2018.
In 1979, my aunt would come over for Christmas, and Christmas time was a special time in our home because Uncle Jerry was there, and Uncle Jerry would tell the best stories around the fire. It's like, get to the fucking sugar cookie recipe.
Yeah, just tell me what I need in it.
And so me doing woodworking projects, they're the exact same thing. Project plans, they have to tell you an entire 4-paragraph story about why they make the thing that they make.
Yeah.
It's like, I just need to know how to assemble this.
And they don't ever tell you the information that you want to know.
No.
You know, it's like information you want to know is like, have some, you need some fresh sliced Parmesan cheese in this, right? They should have in there like, but if you're not a crazy person and you don't have Parmesan around like in a block that you can then fresh grate into your thing, the stuff in the little plastic can will do. Like it needs notes like that.
Correct. Yes.
You know what I mean? If you don't have a skillet on the ready, then a regular pan will do.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of whatever will do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Alternative options.
It needs like recipes need this is the best, but this will also do.
Mm-hmm.
Agreed.
Yeah, it's like if you're hungover, just throw in the noodles now in the boiling water.
Yeah, that would also be nice is a timetable of when to put stuff in. I can't tell you how many times that I've had one portion of the meal that I cooked ready to go for about a half hour.
Dude.
Just waiting.
Waiting for
100%.
the other
Mhm.
thing to finish, and then that gets cold, and then you have to reheat that, and then it's a whole thing.
Well, on your like alternative, like good enough thing, they should also have like substitutes. Cause like even when you look at the recipe, you'll probably forget to buy one thing at this restaurant or at the grocery store and like have the importance listed next to it. Like if you forgot the paprika, it's still going to be okay.
Yeah.
Like you don't need it. It just adds to it.
Yeah.
Right. It's like out of 5 or something. 1 out of 5 for paprika.
Right. Like how
Yeah.
important it is. Or these are things you can substitute in.
Mm-hmm.
Like no salt, add Lowry's. That'll work.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you're doing a chicken cordon bleu, chicken should be 5 out of 5.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah.
And the cordon and the blue are pretty important too.
I also wish they'd give you, and I understand that every like oven or stove is different, but giving us like males like numbers on the dial on medium high heat. Well, these fucking noodles have been done for 45 minutes on medium high heat. I'm still working on the sauce over here. So like, can you give me turn your oven to number 4?
Right now.
Perfect. Okay, medium high heat. What the fuck,
Medium high is just directly between medium.
And that's what I do. But an hour and a half goes by and my kid is now sleeping and didn't get fed for the night because I'm still trying to get the sauce made while the fucking noodles sit. It's like, all right, we'll
Well,
have this tomorrow.
Now there is something that noodles usually cook the fastest out of anything. So yeah, I would recommend cooking the sauce first.
I know.
And also anything on medium high heat for an hour and a half is going to be burnt.
No, I'm saying it's been done. It's been done and ready to go for the next step for an hour and a half. But I'm still on fucking.
Ryan's
step
still
2.
doing the sauce, so his noodles just end up becoming a puree because he cooks them so long.
Or no, he's cooked them so long that they went from hard to soft, and now they're getting hard again.
Yeah.
Well, and it can like a noodle recipe, like can it tell me to throw it against the cabinet to see if it sticks?
Yeah.
You know, like let me throw something because that's how I feel right now. Just let me throw the noodle at the cabinet. But if you don't tell me to do that, I won't because I'm following the recipe. I will not stray. Also, I'm one downfall I have is I clean shit up as I go.
Same.
Where my wife's the opposite. That's why she can like manage so many things at a different times because she just leaves everything out. I got to clean shit up. So I think that's where I lose time.
Yeah.
That's a personal flaw.
Something to work on.
ChatGPT is the best for recipes. There's no fluff involved.
Yep.
Like,
Straightforward.
it
Oh,
don't.
shit.
ChatGPT doesn't need to tell me how I'm gonna feel warm and fuzzy after eating this.
That's actually really smart, though. Just take the link from the recipe you're trying to make, throw it in ChatGPT, and just say, simplify this.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a
Yeah.
good life hack.
I had a bunch of deer sausage I had to use up, and again, I don't cook very often. So this one time I did cook. Okay, I'm gonna ChatGPT. What can I make with deer sausage? Found like a great hot dish recipe. Come to find out, my wife's not a huge deer sausage fan, so she didn't really eat much of it. It's like,
Well, I don't think that's the
the
recipe's fault.
No, it's like the one time I try and like be helpful and cook, she doesn't like it.
ChatGPT first. Are you sure your wife likes this before
Yeah,
you make
That's
the
a good
dish?
point. That's a good point.
The God, what was I gonna say? Deer sausage. I don't fucking remember. I got
ChatGPT.
flu brain.
Yeah, you do.
I got absolute. I'm starting to crumble right now.
You know,
So yeah,
Anyways, fuck.
disastrous. EDM concert. If you have anxiety, don't look up recipes.
Yeah.
It's already stressful enough.
So single dadding. After on Sunday night, I dropped the boys off at grandparents' house because I had to go to work in the morning. So for the first time since I moved into this house, and for a significant time before that, I was truly alone. Like my dog was gone, my kids were gone, my wife was gone, and I had absolutely no idea what to do with myself.
What do you mean?
Oh,
I got that out of the way right away. I immediately
Are
got.
you kidding me?
I immediately got that out of the way.
I had no idea what to do.
What do I do with my hands?
I'm not gonna crank it for 5 hours.
What do I do?
I could. I guess I could.
My, what do I do?
I know this baseboard heater doesn't connect here, but maybe I should try anyway because I'm bored.
No, so I was bored, so I went into the wood shop. I finished all the projects that were
Wood
happening.
shop. That's actually a clever name.
Thank
for
you.
it.
Oh,
AKA the bathroom
no,
sink.
after
You're Fleming, I can't imagine.
You're a stand-up guy, huh?
No, I just said the first thing that you run into when you walk into the bathroom, toilet, shower, whatever.
I do have the patience to make it further than the sink.
Trying to make a joke about how.
All right.
Yeah.
So
Anyway, I finished all my half-done projects in the wood shop, and I was like, I don't have any responsibilities. So I just started making wooden swords.
Nice.
I was like,
it's on a Sunday night.
it's Sunday and last night. And so
You're making swords on the
no,
Sabbath?
so
That's a great band name. actually.
Swords on the Sabbath.
yeah. Sunday night, Monday night, and then last night I was like, all right, I practiced for 2 days. I'm gonna make a sick sword, and so I did.
And then you had a sword fight.
No, I'm gonna give them to my kids. I made one for me.
So why are your kids at grandma and grandpa's at night when you're there?
Because they had supper ready.
Because I would just have to go drop them off in the morning. So I went there and I'd hang out with them until like bedtime, and then I would just come back home because otherwise I'd just be driving back and forth each day.
Yeah, it makes sense.
It is, yeah.
Yeah, it's like Tyler on Sunday was planning on bringing the kids Monday morning, but he fucking burnt the pizza and was like, fuck it, I'll just bring you to your grandparents. They can cook for you.
They're good cooks.
But so if you guys have any requests, I'll make you a sword. It's my new hobby.
Can we see a couple pictures?
But a
of them after
wooden
that?
sword doesn't do anything for anyone.
it's fun. They're kids. They just grab sticks out of the
for
woods and
kids,
pretend
for
they're
kids.
swords.
Yeah, for kids. Is it more of a dagger or a sword?
Theirs are smaller. I made a full ass sword for myself.
Nice.
It's sick. I'm proud of it.
You could bring it to a LARPing meetup.
I could. I went with a sort of a scimitar sort of look. I don't know if you know, like a pirate sword, kinda.
And what are you cutting these out? Two by fours or what?
Yeah, so I ripped a 2x4 the tall way in half, so it's a little thinner, and then made a pommel, and then I took it to the grinder. I drew the shape on it, took it to the grinder, and made the shape.
How sharp did you get it?
I didn't make it too sharp
Splinters.
because they're gonna be fucking whacking each other with them.
Yeah.
What you should do is you should make a spear, and you should try and spear a deer in your backyard and during deer season, obviously, like Jerrod Allen did.
I don't know if Minnesota sells deer spear tags.
Oh, it'd just be like a oversized bow tag with an oversized arrow.
Self-defense.
Okay.
So anyway, that's actually kind of cool.
Yeah, it's been fun.
Took care of one sword and then on to the next sword.
You had yourself a sword-filled evening.
I did.
Wood sharpens wood.
That it does.
Mm-hmm.
That it
I
does.
guess not. Or maybe not.
So if we ever do a show and tell, I'll bring them in for
That's
you
a
guys.
good idea.
We don't want to see your sword.
Yeah, you do. It's a sweet sword.
Tell us about it.
Yeah, we'll take a peek.
So it's really hard and it curves at the end.
Oh, we'll take a peek.
There's a knob towards the one end of it.
Oh. Nice grip.
Yep.
Had a nice grip on it.
Yeah, it's molded to my grip actually. So pretty cool sword.
Did you make a case for it?
No sheath yet. She's in Idaho.
My God. Just no respect. There's no fucking respect on this podcast, Ryan.
I know. I just asked if you made a
There's just no respect.
pocket sword. Well,
What is Coachella AI?
So Coachella's happening, as you guys probably know.
Mm-hmm.
So I did.
this is the pregame to Firefest 2, which we got to be coming up on soon.
It's
couple weeks.
It's going to be a month. It's like May 30th, I think.
It got pushed.
It got pushed again.
No
okay.
shit.
Mm-hmm. So we got to wait for Firefest.
Okay.
But I did AI generated photo of what we would look like at Coachella.
Oh fuck yeah!
This is there's just 2 images. This is the first one. That's us.
Wait. So one, I love that I got the Mars Cheese Castle shirt on. I'm assuming that's me.
Yeah.
I think so. I think
Jerrod is definitely on the right. But it looks like Jerrod, but it doesn't look like Jerrod at all.
Uncanny.
I'm guessing Ryan is in the middle because of the way that guy is smiling.
Yeah.
Have you guys ever seen that? Like,
And then Tyler in the back though doesn't. I mean, that just looks like if Tyler was, like a guy who hangs around playgrounds.
yeah, that guy doesn't look cool. He's also like 4 feet tall.
I mean, there's a Ferris wheel in the back, Tyler. He could be at the wrong.
He doesn't have zoomies on, so I think he's good.
Yeah.
You do kind of smile like that guy, Ryan.
You guys ever seen the guy who plays that character, the abusive blue collar husband on TikTok?
I haven't seen that at all.
I don't know.
No.
It's an insane character. It actually kind of looks like that guy. He's got like a Snapchat face filter on when he does it, but yeah, I don't think that looks like me at all, to be honest.
It looks like you more than the rest of those guys do.
I mean, that looks identical to Jerrod. That's Chinese food pre-half marathon, Jerrod.
Yeah. It's got my beard down perfect.
Myles, that looks
That's pretty good.
Pretty accurate.
That might be you, Myles. And there's the other one. It's pretty similar.
They just can't figure out Tyler.
Not at all.
There's 2.
Jerrod, you kind of look like Adam Sandler.
Is
Yeah.
that Jake in the background on the left?
I think so.
Yeah, why is there a 5th person?
I don't know.
A photo bomber. We were probably on the way to Steve Aoki.
When we thought about this, Jerrod, I thought for sure it was going to put us in like neons and fish.
I was
Fishnet
hoping
and-
I'd get a
Also, it looks like me and you on this photo hit up the merch tent, Jerrod. We both got Coachella hats on.
I'll buy one if you buy one.
If we showed up to Coachella in that, I feel like we'd be the most normal looking people.
Easily.
Yeah, I feel like you guys are maybe like you meant to go to Stagecoach, but you're actually at, you're at Coachella.
I think that's spot on.
Took a wrong turn.
Yeah, wrong turn, Coachella. Wrong coach.
The only thing that guy looks like is we're just both white.
Yeah, that's about it. Good traps though.
Yeah. Yeah, Tyler, you have a bigger widow's peak than that guy.
I do. But I would probably, there's no way I wasn't wearing a hat in the regular photo.
Definitely. Yeah, you'd have been at the merch tent first out of any of us.
Mhm.
Pretty funny.
I would love to know the sequencing of thoughts that got us to these photos.
Well, we just had some ideas on our list. We wanted to talk about AI at some point, and then we're like, what's happening right now? We're like, Coachella's happening, and I don't know how the fuck we got to this.
I just
but-
wanted to see how we would look at Coachella.
That's nice.
Mm-hmm.
We should just it's the point now where we don't even need to travel.
Yeah.
We could just have AI put us places and just make us look
Well,
wanderlust.
you guys could. The AI can't figure me
Yeah,
out.
it's true.
I gotta go there.
Pretty funny.
Did you just take a photo of us?
Yep. I took just the pod photo.
So Tyler's in the back left.
I mean,
Oh,
off
yeah,
of
so
that photo, it does look very similar.
Huh.
Actually, now Tyler does look just like that guy from that photo. I didn't know if that's what you look like. It's a really bad photo of you.
Yeah.
I think that might be your worst photo of you on the internet. Might be that one.
It made Ryan look better
Jesus.
with that pose and the
It
face
definitely
you're
did.
making.
Yeah, definitely a glow up on the AI.
Added glasses to you, Myles. I don't know why.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a good look though. I like it.
Oh, yeah, original picture looks fucking stoned.
So you just put that in and just said redo this like we're at Coachella.
Yep. Like we're at Coachella 2025.
We should post that. Be like, yeah, spur the we caught a flight, not feelings. Coachella 25.
Jerrod, you got what's going on with you?
So I did a lot of house projects this past Sunday.
Weekend warrior.
So
Homeowner.
I unmounted a TV. I mounted a TV. I painted a room and just moved a bunch of shit. And I also planted the tree from our wedding.
Did
Hell
you?
yeah.
Yep.
Ground's thawed.
Ground's thawed.
I'm happy it made it this long.
Mhm.
I was a little nervous of it not getting in the ground.
Yep. So yeah, it went fine.
Good.
And then when I was done, I was like really, really tired. I almost I felt like throwing up like after I was done. And I realized that I am not in house shape at all.
You're in renter's shape.
Just renter shape. Big time. Yeah. I worked so hard I almost threw up. So I'm pretty out of shape. House shape.
We got
I
that.
was gonna say, what do you mean you almost threw up from mounting and unmounting a TV? I mean,
Oh,
that's
just a wear and tear from all day.
oh my god!
It could have been-
How are you supposed to run a half marathon?
That's out the window right now. I'm not running a half marathon.
Jerrod, you
You
got
signed up?
You can
No, I
walk
didn't sign
one.
up. No. That's maybe in the fall I can, but not the Fargo one at the end of May. So
From mounting and unmounting a TV, painting,
mhm.
and planting a tree,
Yep.
you were that shot. that
And I was
you felt
moving
like
shit too.
throwing
Yeah.
up.
I'm not in house
You ever
shape.
think it could have been the paint fumes?
Ah, that's
It's
a
water
good
based,
point.
so it's not oil based. So
Yeah.
I thought about that.
I totally
out.
knew that
Jared, I would have
matters.
just
You
just
just
said
said-
yes.
yeah,
This
I'm
is not a
trying
good
to-
look for you.
Integrity. So yeah.
Uh,
Did you have Chinese food that morning?
No, I had pulled pork. Not
Was-
that morning.
Was
but-
it cooked?
Yeah, it was cooked
Okay.
in the crock. So yeah, I need to do better at. I think it was just more so like muscle confusion too. Like
P90X.
Hell yeah.
Sure.
That I wasn't using the right muscles or the form.
I think when I was like 13 or 14, I did the first day of P90X and I almost threw up.
I've done the entire program.
Not to brag.
My dad was super into P90X, so I've done it with him when I was in high school.
Puke 90X.
No.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, I like that spin zone. You basically did the house project version of P90X.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like they say, like when you do like shoveling snow, you can burn more calories shoveling snow than running 2 miles. So
Heart attacks, no.
heart attacks.
You
no.
work so hard, you damn near have a heart
Dude,
attack.
that's true. Just being a homeowner is its own form of exercise.
And this actually brings up a great point, Jerrod. You are 100% correct in saying you are not in homeowner shape.
Absolutely not.
Because it's the same thing every single year in the summer when I go back to work in concrete. There's about a week of getting back in concrete shape. But every single year that you come back to it gets a little bit easier to get back into that shape because you know how to move and you know how to operate your day with the least amount of effort, right? When you first learn something new, it takes a lot of mental work to do the tasks that you're doing. And eventually you just get used to it. So you don't have to spend extra energy working on it. When you mount another TV, it's going to be a little bit easier.
Yep.
You breathe.
When I plant another tree, it'll get a little bit
It'll
easier.
get a little bit easier.
When I paint another room,
gonna get a little bit easier.
Are there any details that you're leaving out about this day? Like, did you have 15 beers throughout the day when you were doing all this?
I was having a few beers, but it wasn't like anything crazy.
Okay, so it wasn't influenced by beers.
Was the old ball and chain over your shoulder all day too? Because that could be mentally draining. That could make me puke once in a while.
No, we kept our distance. So
Okay,
That's good.
Hey,
You have to.
you
good
did
move.
that right.
Yeah.
So what was she doing while you were doing your work? What chores was she
kitchen
doing?
shit, like you know,
Like organizing the spice drawer and shit.
Exactly.
Oh, that's real tough.
Getting paint ready, painting.
Yeah, like stirring the paint bucket,
Opening the paint can.
opening it. Wow, yeah.
Yeah. So it's just like a lot of basic shit like that.
So what's next for you? Are you done?
No, not done. The foundation needs grading.
What do you mean?
Well, like the grade is not, it like dips into the foundation, so I have to raise the grade.
Oh, on the outside of the house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
get a couple
I thought you
truckloads of
meant
dirt.
your foundation was out of level of some sort. I'm like, I don't know if you're gonna be able to get that done. By
Need a couple
yourself.
car jacks.
You just need more dirt around the edge of the house.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Nothing huge.
Yeah.
I need to buy a lawnmower.
Mm.
Yeah, you do.
I'm getting a rider. I'll sell you my push mower.
Well, that's not a bad idea, actually.
Yeah, make sure it works first.
It works. Been in a bunch of videos actually.
If you're doing the grade work at your house, you should just swing on by mine. We can do the party bus on the
Oh.
weekend because there's one corner of my house that over time it's just sunk. I need to refill it in, but it kind of sucks because there's landscaping there and rocks and
Oh, fuck. Yeah,
Yeah.
tear all that out.
and my AC unit's sitting out there and it's kind of starting to slant a little bit.
Ugh.
Yeah.
My neighbor did a concrete slab where their
AC's at.
AC unit's at, and that was a mistake that I didn't do that.
Mm.
Yeah.
Wouldn't have been that hard to just throw a slab out there.
Yeah, I mean, you're a concrete guy.
You can do that yourself. You know what you're doing.
Yeah.
Well, if I'm not feeling like throwing up, I'll come over and fix that for you.
Well, and I still have to grade my entire around my entire house.
Yeah.
So we got fucking grade issues.
I didn't know. That's 3 out of 4. You
No,
got-
yeah, that's what the inspector, when he inspected my house, he's like, I would put some dirt in this corner. I'll put some dirt over here.
Mm-hmm.
We all got grading issues.
I guess.
We need rectified immediately.
Yeah. Party bus. We'll get the dirt lined up. We just see, hey, boom, here.
You guys want to go in on a dump truck of dirt together or what?
That actually is not a bad idea.
I need
Yeah.
probably 2 or 3 trucks of dirt.
Then I think that we just do it separately.
Yeah. Yep.
Volume discount though.
I need like
That's true.
I need like 2 wheelbarrows full of dirt.
That's about what I need.
Volume discount. I
Mhm.
got 2 or 3 trucks. coming
This
from
is
my
like
place.
when you go to dinner with a big group and somebody's ordering appetizers and a ribeye and you get a sandwich and then they want to split the check.
Yeah.
Never does it happen that someone orders a bunch of appetizers and an expensive meal and asks for everyone to split the check evenly.
No,
Yeah,
but it
usually we
happens
split
in
the
That
movies.
never fucking happens.
No, it's happened in movies.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it happens. I'm saying this is what it's like.
That would never happen.
What
There's a
dinner
whole-
for schmucks or what?
There's an entire Seinfeld episode on this exact thing.
That's a crazy move to split the entire thing equal ways.
Yeah, the people would just literally they just split it 6 ways, and one person had a shit ton, and the one didn't.
And
That
one
is-
guy was how was like 15 old fashions. Like,
That would be
let's
crazy.
fucking split this baby down the middle.
Uneven.
Huh.
I watched the Seinfeld episode last night.
Which
when
one?
I was out of commission.
Jake finally got to you.
It was Jerry's new girlfriend, Ellen, I think was her name. She is perfect, but he's all paranoid that he doesn't like that she's perfect and all this stuff. So he kind of wants to break up with her because of it. And George, does George have a kid?
No.
There's some guy that looks like George that he's trying to pitch to his company to get this kid an internship. And that kid, I don't know. It's tough with that. And then Kramer sells his stories to the
Publishing company?
the publishing
Yeah.
company for like $750.
Mhm. Yeah.
And then he's at a bar and he's about to tell one of the stories, and Elaine, correct?
Mhm.
She is basically telling him, like, you can't tell a story. You sold this to the company. So he loses all of his friends because he can't tell his stories anymore and then wants his stories back. It's pretty funny, actually.
Cosmo.
Yeah, I haven't watched much Seinfeld,
Great show.
but
Anything that you enjoyed being out of commission? Like, did you get caught up on any shows or?
Seinfeld.
no, I literally the only reason why I watched that Seinfeld episode is for like 45 minutes to an hour yesterday. I came out of the bedroom, made it downstairs onto the couch downstairs, and that was just what was on the TV.
Sure.
And I just didn't even desire to look for a remote to change it to anything else. I just watched the episode. I was laid there for a little bit and then went back up into bed.
Yeah. If you
I don't watch anything
these-
other than the Seinfeld episode.
yeah.
It was great.
Yeah. You make it downstairs. There's no way you can grab the remote.
No,
after
God,
that.
no.
That's,
Not
It's a
even
tall
didn't
task.
even scroll on my phone or anything. It's just dead.
Unplugged.
I probably took 4 naps yesterday.
Damn.
Just in and out. In and out.
why me? You know?
Well, Jerrod, are we ending the episode with the highest we've ever been?
Yep. So yeah, it's 420, I think this Sunday.
Okay.
So
Yep.
I was just curious, what's the highest you guys ever been?
The highest I have ever been is probably in Denver. Yeah, the Mile High City.
Mhm.
Yeah. I mean, Denver, I don't look at elevations a lot, but I would say Denver's one of the higher places I've been to.
Like it's almost like
Or
a
Big
mile.
Sky. By Big Sky, Montana is the
Mhm.
highest I've ever been.
Big high.
Big Sky, Big High, yeah. I haven't been to like Pikes Peak or anything like that. I know my brother went as a kid one time.
You never.
I don't know why I remember this, but my brother went with his mom or whatever to Pikes Peak. And he came back and just told me about how his lips turned blue because of the elevation. I gotta text him and see if he remembers that. But I just remember this is a vivid memory of him telling me that his lips turned blue because of the elevation change.
I've been
So that was
dehydrated.
probably the highest my brother's ever been.
He's fucking sucking on a blueberry dum dum or something.
Mhm.
from the bank.
Yeah.
You guys gotta remember, like, I clearly haven't been that high because I'm a flat ground guy.
Mm.
you
Yeah.
know?
You're
I
not a
like to
heights
be-
guy.
Not a heights guy.
You ain't gonna be caught on that Ferris wheel at Coachella.
Mm-mm.
Let's see. Highest I've ever been. Like I would go out of 10. Out of 10, probably 12,000 feet out of 10.
That's really confusing, but yeah.
Loveland.
Yeah, I mean, I have no idea.
I've been at 12,000 out of 10 high, which is like really fucking high if you're wondering. Loveland Pass in Colorado. Loveland. I was in the car though. On feet, probably Mount Si, Washington, another legal state. That one was only about 4,500 feet. No, we walked. We walked. So it's 12,000 feet on wheels, 4,000 feet on foot.
I've also done the Loveland Pass in a car.
Yeah.
But on foot, I hiked to the top of Mount Burton in Idaho.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like 4,800 feet. So that's the highest I've been on foot. And also when I got to the top of that mountain, I found a Bigfoot track, and nobody I was with cared at all.
You should have followed him.
I was so upset. We're on the top of this mountain, and I went off the regular path, and I was just fucking around, and I found a Bigfoot track, and I called my sister, her husband, and my wife over to look at it, and they were all just like, oh. And I was like, are you guys fucking crazy?
Maybe they were scared.
Like, I don't know it doesn't matter if you believe it or not. It was just a weird thing to find up. I took a picture.
It was large. I looked at it earlier.
I'll show you. It was, I was so upset that they didn't care.
It probably looks way bigger in the picture.
No, I put my hand next to it.
Banana for reference.
Hand for reference.
Pringle can.
What did he do? Sorry, I was looking up the elevation.
I found a Bigfoot track on a mountain, and no one gave a shit.
Your hand looks funny in that photo. Like, this is how his hand looks is imagine how Jerrod felt at the end of his day working in the house. Your hand looks like it's gonna puke.
Were you trying to make your hand smaller to make the track look bigger?
I was just trying to take a picture.
Well, I think he was going like this.
No, it does look like a Bigfoot track, whether you believe it or not.
It does. It really does. It's very strange. What other animal would it have been? Looks like a big bear paw on it. If it was.
Yeah, what it could be is like a bear's forepaw stepped, and then his back paw on the follow-up stepped in his already previously made track. That's a lot of people thinking they found a Bigfoot track ends up being that. But we were way the fuck up there. Like really high. And I'm convinced I found a Bigfoot track.
Highest I've ever been was on top of the Empire State Building when I was 14.
Oh, how high is that? Because I've been on top of the Empire State Building as well.
Really? You were 14?
I was young like that. I was probably like 12, 13, 14.
Empire State to tip. Not the tip, but 12.
No, elevation from sea level.
Elevation. Oh, 102nd floors from sea level.
$1,400 feet.
Yeah, that's probably the highest I've ever been.
Yeah, it's not very high because Big Sky is like 8,000 feet. Where I was at, Montana.
Yeah, I haven't really been on top of a mountain.
We'll get you up there, Jerrod.
I saw at the Empire State Building Google how much the Empire State Building makes in the viewing deck a year.
Viewing deck.
Making a year.
Millions.
Millions of visitors.
Thanks. 131 million for ticket sales.
Holy shit.
$131 million just to ride an elevator and look at stuff.
And when I went up it was super cloudy and foggy, so we got to see nothing.
It's terrible.
It was terrible. My dad was so pissed because it's pricey.
$131 million just to. I saw something that was like, now because of that, every single big skyscraper has a viewing deck.
Mm-hmm.
Like they don't build them without it now
Makes sense.
because of how much money they can bring in.
All the idiot.
But
tourists.
it's also like people don't go up there for the viewing deck. They go there because it's the Empire State Building.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah, getting that
It's
Empire
like
State
iconic.
mind.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, $131 million just off of viewing.
That is
They don't.
insane.
They don't. It's
How much are the tickets?
how much did the Empire State Building cost to make?
Empire.
Yeah, right there.
There we go. 40 mil.
Pay that off.
$41 million. They pay that off from January to March in one
That's-
year.
How much? What does it cost per person?
Jerrod's battling.
So many words. $80.
Wow.
Jesus.
That's crazy.
They have a sunset.
Also,
charge,
it was
too.
$41 million in 1930. That is a lot of money for back then.
It's a lot of bones.
That's like 1.6 million tickets sold. That's a lot of fucking people up there.
That's a lot of fucking money.
Speaking of crazy overpriced tickets, the circus came to town on Friday, and I brought my kids to the circus, and it was $25 a person to ride an elephant for a minute.
Oh, I thought you were going to say to get into the circus.
No, I don't. We got those for free, but
Oh, that's where they get you.
we went down. It was $100 for my wife and I and two kids to ride an elephant for one singular minute.
I mean,
You
it
did
is
ri- you
sliding
did
to
ride
We
it?
did, because I promised them. I was thinking it was going to be like $5.
If
Like maybe 10, 15 for the adults, $5 for the kids.
supply and demand.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you want to ride an elephant? They're like, then get an elephant. You're like, I don't have one. You're
Yeah,
like,
what do
then
you
pay
You gonna
$25.
go to Africa
Yeah.
to ride one? It's gonna
No.
cost a lot more than $25.
Yeah, it's the only time I get to ride one for a minute.
You wait, it's 1 minute. You get to ride it.
Now, I don't even know if it was that. It was 2 laps around that dinky ass ring.
that bitch ass ring.
You should
Did
have
your kids love it, or did
They were pretty indifferent because you can't really tell you're on the elephant
when you're on the elephant?
when you're on it, you know?
So it's almost like you and your wife should have just rode the elephant and had them stand next to it and watch you guys ride. It would have been probably cooler.
Yep.
Kind of romantic too.
Yeah.
You should have tried to trade him a sword for free.
I
admission.
didn't start making swords until Sunday, so I was pretty inexperienced still.
Free sword.
I'm pretty good now though.
Empire State Building was completed on my dad's birthday in 1931.
Wow.
To let him know that.
I don't know if I don't think that's a coincidence.
I want you to know how that conversation will go with my dad. Hey, Dad, you know that the Empire State Building was completed on your birthday in 1931?
Yeah, 4 days ago. I mean, we had like the 94th anniversary,
Mm-hmm.
94th year of the Empire State 4 days ago.
6 years, ticket prices are going to be through the roof.
Oh yeah, yeah. If
$100 a
they're
person.
following egg prices,
Oh, you know they're gearing up for the 100th year
Oh, yeah.
to break
Oh, yeah.
200 mil
Oh, my
on
God.
prices.
easily.
You're going to build 2 buildings right next to it that are zeros.
You
Same
can't put a
height.
price on that Instagram picture though.
No.
You got any fun? I mean, that was my fun fact for the day.
I'm glad you brought one.
Yeah,
That's cool.
that was good. I even had follow up things ready to go.
If all the gold ever mined were gathered into one giant cube, it would measure about 23 meters or 75 feet on each side. That's about the size of a small 3-story building, and it's roughly 235,000 metric tons of gold.
That's not very much.
No, especially isn't there where do they Fort Knox?
Yeah, I'm not sure if it's there anymore, but yeah.
Yeah, I thought that they were gonna go look.
I mean, we've been off the gold standard for a while. I'm not sure where.
No,
it's
I
at.
know, but there's a lot of people who say that, like,
Yeah.
well, the government says that their Fort Knox is still filled with gold, but there's a lot of people who think that there's just nothing there anymore.
Correct.
Well, why would we tell people where the gold is?
That's a really good point, Jared.
Fort Knox.
Well, it's
though,
Fort
you can't-
Knox. You're not getting into it.
Correct.
I mean, there's a reason why it's called Fort Knox.
I used to be a bouncer there.
Oh yeah.
No one's getting past Tyler.
Yeah, I saw some TikTok that basically showed a visual of this, and it was not as much as I thought. It's the most
Mhm.
gold ever mined. That's all of it combined. It's like, what about everyone's necklaces and shit that's got gold? But I suppose a lot of it's gold plated or whatever.
Yeah.
Right? Not of it. A lot of it's not solid gold.
Because
It's tiny.
I think a lot of it too, don't they just like mix gold in with another metal so it gets the color? Like, isn't that the carrot of it all?
I don't know
Like how the
any
carat
of that works.
carat is like how pure, how much
Yeah.
actual gold is in the metal.
Yeah, I'm not
I
sure.
don't like carrots.
24 karat.
Yeah, I don't know.
I could be
don't-
completely wrong, but that's what my impression was.
The only thing gold I ever bought is this ring here, and it wasn't that much. So,
Well, your
what's up?
pocket watcher now.
I don't know if it's real gold or not. It better be for
Just-
what I paid for it.
Just bite it. You'll be able to tell if you bite it.
What? Yeah, what happens?
Yeah, I don't
Tooth
know,
falls out.
but you just know.
Does it dent?
I think so. Is because isn't gold soft?
Yeah.
It's precious.
That is precious.
The 3-story building.
A small 3-story building.
Okay.
Like there's a lot of rappers that have gold teeth.
Yeah.
Imagine if they just like, plucked all those teeth out. That's got to be a lot of teeth.
Mm-hmm. Like
Enough for a
47
small 3-story building.
Yeah.
Huh.
Is that it, Jerrod?
That's all I got.
Well, guys, thanks for tuning in to another episode of You Betcha Radio Podcast. Thanks for listening today on this flu game performance from me. Next week, I'll be rocking and rolling. Next week, I'll be absolutely on fire.
Yeah, I feel like I had a Chef Curry type of game
Mm-hmm.
today.
You did well, Ryan.
You stepped up.
Yeah, Scotty.
Just goes to show that even bench players can step up and have a good, great game.
Yeah, James Harden, 6th man of the year, Oklahoma City Thunder.
Bobby Jackson.
There we go.
Well, guys, may your gold be plated in your Empire State Building be a rockin'. Cheers, Ryan.
Cheers, man.
Myles is sweating through the night. Flu game, but he's putting up a fight. Better marriage, blanket keeps it warm. Carbon barrier, keeping out the storm. Zoomies hit and we're running wild. Coachella dreams like a desert child. Nashville lights shining through the haze. Life's a blur in these crazy days. Tyler's tossing dough and forging blades. Pizza's hot and swords are finally made. Jerrod's laughing, but he's out of shape. Life's a ride, and we're hitting the skate. Zoomies hit, and we're running wild. Coachella dreams like a desert child. Nashville lights shining through the haze. Life's a blur in these crazy days. Elephants beneath us stepping slow. Jerrod's not ready, but he's got the glow. Ryan's burning recipes on the page. We're all just actors on this fleeting stage. Zoomies hit and we're running wild. Coachella dreams like a desert child. Nashville lights shining through the haze. Life's a blur in these crazy days.
We're going to do a fun fact off between me and Jake, and you're going to decide who has the better fun facts.
So you each got one in the
Three.
chamber?
We got
No,
three.
we got 3 in the chamber.
Okay.
By the way, I would just before this even starts, I would like to let you know that mine are completely.
You
off the
can't
dome.
prime the pump.
I'm priming.
No,
the pump. I'm
you
priming.
can't. I don't. La 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 la
All right,
la
all right,
la.
all right.
You can't do that. This is. I'm going to be objective.
All right.
I'll go first.
Okay.
The average person blinks 14 to 17 times per minute.
It's a good fact. I would have liked to know how many times per day.
Okay. I didn't foresee that
You
one.
should have foreseen that. I like that fact. 14 to 17.
Mm-hmm. So
I saw something online that if someone is blinking a lot, they're lying or trying to deceive or they're nervous and like are hiding something and all of that. What if they don't blink, they're trying to manipulate you. So if you watch the like serial killers getting interrogated by the police, they oftentimes don't blink for a long time because they're trying to manipulate the situation because that's what they're good at.
Interesting.
Oh.
So I always try and make sure that I'm blinking 14 to 17 times per minute, even if I am trying to manipulate Jake.
You're mentally counting 17
Yeah.
times per minute.
Then I'm like, oh shit, I'm supposed to be manipulating him. It's this whole thing.
Manually blinking.
You are now manually blinking.
So that'd be 21,600 times a day.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Holy smokes. That's a great fact. 21,000 times?
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
Yeah. No wonder we have to sleep at night.
I was so
Just give
tired
those
from
lids
blinking.
give those lids a rest.
Yeah. How many calories a day am I burning from blinking?
I didn't foresee that.
That one
That's
you
a good-
should have seen coming.
Damn it.
I'm gonna do that though. I'm like, I'm tired. I blinked 21,000 times today. So is that in 24 hours or is that like 12?
24 hours.
Okay, well, I'm asleep for 8 hours.
That's a great point.
So that was
See
misinformation.
that one.
Well,
So out of 16 hours, how many?
So divide this by 16 then?
yeah.
No, that's not right.
That's how many per hour.
Divide it by 24 and multiply the number by 16.
So 17
Okay.
times 60
17 times 60. Got it.
times 16.
Oh my God. Okay. 17 times 60 times
16.
16. Okay. 16,000.
Okay.
Well, 16,300.
Well, I'm gonna hit the hay. I blinked 16,320 times today, so I'm pretty shot.
Well, if you worked a full workday of 24 straight hours, it would be 21,000. So.
That's true.
true,
Fucking
yeah.
spin zone.
And
All right.
also, Jerrod, it's 16,321 because sleeping is just one really long blink.
well,
so
the 20th is the last.
so,
blink.
once you hit 19, number 20 is your longest blink of the day.
That's not a blink though. That's nothing.
I don't know. I think sleeping counts as one long blink.
What's your fact? We just don't have time to dive into that.
Or should Jerrod just go all three in a row and then
No, we'll ping pong.
we don't have time to dive into that. My fun fact is from the highest point on Earth, the highest mountain, all the way to the lowest point in the ocean is only 11 miles.
I already knew it.
Oh, Jake.
Huge misstep for you. Huge misstep. Did you know that from sea level down to the lowest portion of the ocean, it's actually a longer distance than it is than Mount Everest is? And that was what your follow-up. Was that your follow-up?
No, I
Was
fucking
that your
hate
follow-up?
this. I hate this.
I mean, talk about basic cable facts over here.
Oh my God.
Did you know the Statue of Liberty was a gift from France?
Really?
Do you know there's 2 Resolute desks? Is that your next one?
What, did you just fucking watch National Treasure?
You did actually. Buzz Lightyear's original name was Lunar Larry.
Really?
Mhm.
Lunar Larry. Yeah, Buzz Lightyear's much better.
So much better.
So much better. I wonder what point in the process they said, let's get rid of Lunar Larry. No, nothing. Okay.
I just thought it was a fun fact. So
That is a fun fact. Jake?
Minnesota native Dave Winfield is the only athlete in history to be drafted into 4 different professional sports leagues.
MLB,
Yep.
NFL,
Yep.
NBA,
Yep.
MLS.
And the ABA. Before they merged, before the NBA and the ABA merged into the current NBA, he was drafted into all 4 leagues, and he went and played baseball.
And should he have played baseball or should he have done the other ones?
No, he should have played. He was a Hall of Famer in baseball. He's one of the
really?
greats. Yeah. Played baseball for the Gophers. Played baseball for the Yankees.
It's kind of, I mean, that record's going to hold up forever because the ABA no longer exists.
Well, you could be now drafted into the MLS, or you could be drafted into another overseas league.
yeah, or hockey.
Yep, or hockey.
But also, what year was this?
1970 something.
Yeah, they didn't know how to be athletes back then, so I guess you just get one that's really good. I mean, kind of.
That's true.
I mean, like in half of those leagues, half of the people playing were like mechanics from down the road.
Well, I don't know. I mean, like Russell Wilson was drafted into the NFL
yeah,
and
it's
the
usually a
MLB.
two-bagger.
Jameis Winston, two of them.
Two-bagger.
Yeah, two-bagger.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that would be
Joe
crazy.
Mauer, two-bagger.
Crazy to do NFL, NBA, and the MLS. I mean,
That athlete doesn't exist.
doesn't
Like
exist.
that body type would be insane.
Just does not exist. Yeah.
yeah,
To let alone even play two of them like Dion or Bo did too. Anyways, yeah.
yeah.
Crazy.
Neil Armstrong's hair was sold in 2004 for $3,000.
What do you mean?
So-
What do you mean his hair was sold?
Okay, Neil,
Is he alive?
he's dead.
Yeah, so they just scalped him when he died, and then just like sold his bald like a bald cap, but with his hair
Like a
on
toupee.
it. Yeah,
His hair was sold $3,000 in 2004. But cut during a routine haircut in 1966 by barber Samuel O'Neill. After O'Neill's passing, his family auctions the hair, attracting collectors due to Armstrong's iconic status.
So
Yeah,
it wasn't even like hair.
it wasn't
that he
even
went to the moon.
post moon hair.
It was
Correct.
pre-moon hair,
Pre-moon.
and not even hair that was on the moon. It was just like he was just a guy at that point.
But it would be funny though if they did it right after his honeymoon. Because technically it is moon hair, but it's just honeymoon hair. Like in the advertising to try and sell it, they just put moon hair.
Put post
But then
moon hair.
honey is like really small letters. Neil Armstrong's honeymoon hair.
And that's not even from his actual honeymoon. It's just from the honeymoon phase in his relationship with his wife. So,
well, I see. $3,000 though. That's kind of a lot. I can't imagine his post moon hair.
yeah.
How much that would go for?
Imagine explaining that to your friends that come over and you got his hair on display. You're like, oh, what's this? Oh, that's Neil Armstrong's hair. Oh, shit, so that hair's been to the moon. Well, it's been to the honeymoon.
Pretty recognizable follicles here.
Whose hair is that? Take a wild guess.
Pretty recognizable strands of hair. Like, how would you even just? Well, here's the next question: how do you display it? Do you display it in like just a clump? You know, like do you just like strategically clump it up so it's displayed nicely? Do you line it up in a row? You know, and like put it so it sticks up and it's just a row of his hair.
Or like you know how like people will buy a full bust to put their NFL helmet on. That's what you do. You just buy a full bust, then insert a couple of the
Yeah,
follicles
it's like a
back
chia
into
pet.
the scalp. Yeah,
Yeah.
like a chia pet. Yeah.
Yeah, is that the way you do it? I don't know.
How would I display
I
it?
Maybe you could display it in like kind of a spiraling formation that comes out of it.
That
I
makes the
don't know.
NASA logo. That'd be sick.
Yeah, that is cool. I think you just lay them out
Wouldn't
there.
it be
and
funny
pray
if
that
like
you
the
don't-
reason why you got a haircut is you got like bubble gum in his hair? So it's like you just also have this chewed bubble gum in it as well.
Or you bring it's like in a clump or whatever. You bring your buddy's logo over at it, and the buddy sneezes right into it and just goes everywhere.
You put it on the shelf. You hit it with the duster on accident.
My hair. No, Armstrong's hair. Jake?
Who's keeping like how did we get there? You know? Why does this exist? You know?
Creepy barber.
Yeah.
But like even at that point, he wasn't the man on the moon. So why was anyone keeping
He was an astronaut.
yeah, but
But like, had they decided that he's going to go to the moon in 1966? Were they like, Neil Armstrong, you are the one?
I think you would have been on the Gemini missions at that point, right?
Oh yeah, probably. Yeah. So he was definitely an astronaut. He definitely was in space. He was 100% a celebrity. So that does make sense.
Yeah.
okay, that makes sense.
He's the
Yeah.
first man up.
But like, there's this church in France, or maybe it's Italy. But they have like a finger.
Is this your fun fact?
This isn't. This is a tag on fun fact here. But they have a human finger that's like all decomposed.
I don't know. We'll see.
And They claim that it's Mary Magdalene's finger. They've said that it's like her finger. It's like, that's why you go to the church, is to come look at the finger of Mary Magdalene. Well, they like ran some like DNA tests on it. It's just like, it's a dude's finger. It's like, it's got male chromosomes in it.
Just painted nail polish on it.
Yeah, they just like put pink. Yeah. It was like,
She must have got a pedicure right before she died. Or is that a manicure? Which one's
manicure? Yeah, it's a finger.
There's like little glitter nail polish on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's gold.